morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is that you are. Today's topic is going to be on scale degrees, and I have a fretboard diagram screen recording here for you. So a scale degree is a numerical position of the scale that applies to all scales. So all scale types, if it's a major scale, regardless of where we start, which note we start on, we're going to have the same scale degrees because it really is a formula for creating the scales. And when I say it's a formula, the what I have shown here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we were to add the notes in between, those are generally referred to similar to notes with the flat. So the full chromatic scale would be 1, flatted 2, 2, flatted 3, 3, 4, flatted 5, 5, flatted 6, 6, flatted 7, 7, and 1. But the formula for the major scale is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. So I'm going to pull this away here. I have the notes of the C major scale, which are all the natural notes. Oops, I am missing an A. And so I'm going to bring an A back into the picture here. So the notes of the C major scale are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, N. Similarly, the scale degrees go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those are considered to be the notes of the major scale, with the flats in between. So what this means is that if I were to have, say, an F major scale, which starts on the first fret here, F has a B flat in it to satisfy the need for a half step between the 3 and the 4, but the scale degrees in F would still be the same thing. If I said play the 1, 2, 3, 4 in F, then what that means is play F, G, A, B flat. So when we understand scale degrees, it's a way to kind of unify everything that has the same formula under one way of talking about it. And a lot of times we use these in chord progressions, saying, oh, play the 1, 6, 4, 5, or the 1, 5, 6, 4, or the 2, 5, 1 in the key of. And so obviously you would have to know your keys, but knowing which notes within which keys are assigned to those scale degrees is also important. So regardless of what key we're going to start in, if I were to, this right here is a B, then I would just move my scale degrees down, and whatever notes are under there would reveal what the B major scale is. Or this is an E. So wherever we are, that's how it works. So I'm going to eliminate this. Now, how does it work with C? So these scale degrees are also intervals, essentially. So if I were to take this and move this to the next C here, and then find the note, for instance, D. This is the 2 is the D of C. So if I were to move this here, and likewise continuing on with, this is the G string. So if I were to move the C right here, and let's see, we've got the E string right here, the E string right here. 3 is the E is the 3 of C. Here we start to reveal all the intervals. In other words, if C is my 1, then you see where the 5 is, and that's symmetrical through most of the guitar, with the exception of course, the B string. The 5 is going to be back here. So with the use of scale degrees, we can reveal the intervals, and we know that relative to any scale, we're going to have the same thing. So once again, if I were to go from C to the key of C sharp, all my notes would become sharp, but all my scale degrees would remain the same. All the this 6, 2, 5, 1, 3, 4, no matter where we are. That's why it's pretty much the same thing. If you tune your guitar down a half step, you're actually, now if you play a C chord, you're actually playing B, and instead of playing C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, you're playing B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, but relative to the position, it's the same thing. Okay, so in order to fully understand this, we have to take a look at another key that is not major. And so we'll take a look at the minor key, because the minor key has a different formula. And that formula is 1, 2, flatted 3, 4, 5, flatted 6, flatted 7, 1. So in a minor key, the minor key that has all natural notes is A minor. But when we call A the 1, we no longer have the half step between the 3 and the 4, so we have to use what's called the flatted 3. Bring this to the front here. And so now we have 1, 2, flatted 3, 4, 5, flatted 6, flatted 7, and 1. So if we have any scale or any chord or any single interval, everything can be defined through scale degrees and then grouped for all 12 tones that exist for that. So it's a great way to catalog what something sounds like. Now, the person with perfect pitch may not benefit from this as much, because in their mind, a perfect fourth from G to C and F to B flat sound completely different. So that may not be the case, but for anybody dealing with, which is most people with relative pitch, our ability, or the grouping of all the major and minors together under one formula is helpful here. So if we were to take A, for example, and duplicate it right here on this A, and finding all the A's here. A is the one right there. This is a way you can find your intervals. So take this in, digest it, and let me know what you think. We'll do some more dissecting of scale degrees on and usages of these on other videos. Have a good day, and I'll see you at the next video.